Welcome back to Let's Play Thousand Arms. It's time for important things. We're going to the Mist Valley, or the Valley of Mist, or whatever. The one that has the Mirror of Souls within. Eerie music. Now this place is quite the little maze almost. There's a lot of side paths everywhere, so... I like that little echo effect when you open the on the sound when you open the treasure chest. You can just hear it reverberate throughout this empty place. But yeah, there's a lot of side paths, so this might require a fair bit of exploration and maybe getting lost. And there's new enemies here. Merman Knight, and whatever that other thing was. He's pretty fast. Yeah. I have no hope of attacking before he can attack. However, he's using a spell now, so I'm gonna block. Fun fact, you can defend against spells. And it does reduce the damage. What's he doing? He is raising the offensive power for himself for when he goes to the front row. Alright. Yay, Sodina cheered, thank you. I could use that right about now. Alright, so that mermaid is down, and now we've got this palette swap of the spear guys. I forget the proper name already. This is the problem with me not recording a bunch at a time, is that I forget things. Aha, guarded your crap. Now let's finish you off. Oh, darn. Didn't quite make the button press. What? Status effect? Poison me, you jerk. That effect persists, doesn't it? I don't remember if that effect persists outside of battle in this game. I think it does, though. Yeah, it does. Oh, boy. Well, I think I've got an antidote or two. So now would be the time to use one. Actually, I might have learned... Did I learn a spell that can help with that? Let's see. Nope, not yet. Alright, then. Oh, wow. Jeez, I must have been getting those from battles, too. I forgot about that. Alright, that's not too bad, then. So the antidotes in this game, the regular antidotes, actually heal poison and sleep. This game does have some unique aspects to it. At least, you know, different from the usual. Let's see, I think this path is a dead end with a treasure chest, so kind of want to go this way. Yep, now what do we got? Just got back the antidote I had to use. Not too bad. And we get another battle. I don't know if there's any... I think there's might be another enemy or two we can run into here. But right now we've got the same thing. The merman, a knight, and the kamikaze spear. Alright, I'm gonna... No, wait, I'm gonna go ahead and attack him. I'm not sure what he's doing. He might be powering himself up, or he might be doing something else. He's probably just powering himself up. I want to take this opportunity real quick to point something out. Mice has no spells right now. Yeah, something I learned in the failed run, because we still haven't caught up to where I left off in the failed recording that was all corrupted and everything. The, Dark Sword does not have any of the spells that you forge onto Mice's normal sword, so that's another drawback to be aware of. If I want to conserve Sodina's MP and use Mice's own MP to heal himself in between some battles, I'm gonna need to swap his swords in order to do that. Right now, Mice cannot heal himself unless he uses items. Sodina taunted the enemy. Offensive power down for the enemy. Nice. Yeah, I forgot about that before. That's like, there's two things that, I wasn't gonna make it in time anyway, so I just went ahead and selected attack. Nice, multi-attack at 66 damage. Wow. Is it me, or did that multi-attack last just a little bit longer than the last multi-attack we've seen? There was a really good one in a battle off-camera that I wish I'd been recording, too. Like a nice long one. Anyway, yeah, I forgot that there's actually two things characters that are in standby mode can do. They can taunt the enemy, or they can cheer. And again, like, every character in this game has their own unique thing that their taunt will do, and their own unique thing that their cheer will do. Where am I going? I feel like I'm on the proper path right now. I don't want to be on the proper path. I want to see what items are around. Man, more merman knights. I should probably start cutting battles soon because we're just encountering the same stuff. Ow. Oh yeah, I got a question. Nice Damashi icon. I got a question on the last video I uploaded, which I answered it in the comment, but I figure I might as well bring it up here and answer it on video, on camera too, because it's a good point. And it's like, why am I doing all those, you know, dates with all the, you know, like in the last video, why am I doing like all those dates right now and to do all the questions, all the special questions, if it's going to be causing me problems with the whole, like, not being able to learn skills and everything, because the intimacy is too high, then why am I doing that? It's, like, a good point, because it should be said that that is not something you want to do generally when you play. It's not exactly an efficient way of playing this game. I'm going to have to switch out Mice's sword so I can heal him. Yeah, generally, you don't want to do that. There's no need to... Nice, level ups. I keep getting a lot of wind bottles, too, which is nice. I might be able to use those. Generally, you don't want to do all those dates right at the beginning. That's not a good way to go about things. I'm doing it purely for the sake of the LP that I'm doing, because I just wanted to show off those questions now instead of later. That's basically the only reason. Also because I didn't want to... I was worried about having to backtrack to Boysby later. Wait, why am I using potions? Oh well. I need to pay more attention. But yeah, I was worried about having to, like, backtrack to Boysby later just to go to that specific spot, because that date spot is the only one where you can get those questions for Sodina, so... I had to do it there, and the reason I didn't wait until later is just because I wanted to just get it out of the way now, show it off now in the LP. I want to show off the special questions as they become available. What do I have equipped right now? There we go. Dark Sword, back on. Hopefully I will remember not to waste potions from here on. Okay, so this was a treasure chest. Oh hey, I got back the potion I just wasted. That's nice. I think if I go up that path, that might be the proper path. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and go up it. Man, I need to be careful of that. I was just, like, still talking while the battle was starting. I wasn't thinking about it, so... Makes it kind of difficult to edit it out later, I know, so I'm probably gonna leave this one in. I mean, I could fade it out or something, but it's not gonna last that long anyway. I think this guy's spells are slower than his regular attacks, so maybe... Yes, awesome. I got to attack him, and I get to guard. That does not so nice damage if I'm not guarding. As is, it only did 5, which is not too bad. Oh hey, he's charging another spell. But I was able to get my attack off in time. Alright, it's actually kind of to my benefit if those Mermandanites use their spell, because it's slower than their regular physical attack, and it gives me the opportunity to hit them and guard their magic attack. Which is pretty nice. Now, I don't have too much to talk about. Wait, I was going to go up that path. Now, let's see. I'm going to try not to talk over battle intros now, but I need something to talk about in this dungeon now at this point, I'd say, and I'm getting into a battle, so I guess I'll just be quiet for a second. Man, I'm getting a lot of wind bottles. Mice took a bit of a beating in that fight, so I'm going to heal him up. Now, yeah, I mentioned that I would probably talk about this in the dungeon. In the last video, I mentioned that I would probably end up talking about this during this dungeon, so I'll go ahead and mention it now. I mentioned that I started recording with my PlayStation 1 instead of my PlayStation 3, and I'd get into why later. And unfortunately, I had to play back up to where I was all over again Thankfully, I wasn't very far into the game, but I had to do that because the PlayStation's... Oh, yeah, this is the right way to go. I'm gonna go back and see what we can find. The PlayStation 3 uses a virtual memory card instead of the actual PS1 memory card, so I had to play up to where I was again. Oh, hey, we've actually got a new enemy, the Bone Fighter, so I guess I'll show this one off. I don't know if he has any particular attacks other than just a regular physical attack, but... he's got a neat animation. It's like friggin' dancing. I like his animation when you hit him, too. He's like falling to pieces and is rotating in the air. It's crazy. Not really any more powerful... Oh, not... Nice, critical. He's not really any more powerful than the Merman Knight, but he's interesting looking. So yeah, because the PlayStation 3 uses a virtual memory card, and of course the PS1 obviously uses the actual physical memory card, I had to get back to where I was. The reason for this change in the recording setup is because, one thing I want to say, actually, the PlayStation 3 essentially has a built-in emulator for the PlayStation 1, which is what it uses when you put in PlayStation 1 discs. It's not actually... It's like, the actual PlayStation 1 hardware is not built into the PlayStation 3. It just reads your disc and runs it through an emulator. So, the PlayStation 1 console is a little more reliable, potentially. And thus far, it could be my imagination, because it's not to an extreme degree, but it has felt in some instances like this game is running a little more smoothly now that I've switched over to the PS1, which is nice. And I just got an accessory, so let's see what that does. Or not. I guess a mice can't equip it. Can Sodina equip it? She can, and it will raise her evasion, so that's nice. I'll let her have that then. Now, just having the game run a little smoother wasn't the reason, though. There was a more important reason I made this change. The fact of the matter is that Thousand Arms is kind of an older game, you know, obviously, it's a PlayStation 1 game, and it uses a very different kind of video signal. For those who don't really know, basically, like, well, crap, or battles. This encounter rate, man. An old console like the PlayStation 1 uses a video signal called, uses an analog video signal. I don't want to use potions, I want to use a spell. Basically, what you can think of that as is that a PlayStation 1 uses a very old, outdated type of video signal, whereas the PlayStation 3, like newer systems and stuff, use a digital signal, a new type of signal. I was previously recording with my Hauppauge HD PVR, so I could get, like, super nice video quality, hopefully. Although, the video quality I'm getting out of my old Dazzle here seems perfectly reasonable to me, so far, from what I've seen. So, not too bad. I guess this isn't such a big deal that I had to switch to this. But here's the problem with the HD, using the Hauppauge HD PVR. It's built to record new systems like the PlayStation 3. I've tried recording the PlayStation 1 with the PVR before, and it just flat out didn't work at all. I could record some PlayStation 2 games with the Hauppauge, although they did have a tendency to be a little bit glitchy in some circumstances. Like, there would be an issue with the video skipping anytime it alternated between regular game graphics and, like, movie graphics for reasons I'm not entirely sure of. Maybe, I guess they use different types of video signals for those two things on the PlayStation 2. But if I tried to play a PlayStation 1 game in the PS2, again, my Hauppauge would just not record it at all. Interestingly, I could not, for whatever reason, get PlayStation 1 game recordings to work through the PSP, either. Yet for some reason, I could with the PlayStation 3. If I was running a PlayStation 1 game on the PS3, I could actually record it with the Hauppauge, so that's why I started doing it with Thousand Arms, because it worked, and I figured I could get better video quality. However, in practice, once I actually started really recording stuff, like for this LP, I started running into problems that I was not expecting to happen. as you know, the first, like 2.5-hour video of Thousand Arms that I tried to record, I was originally just going to split it up in editing instead of actually stopping and starting the recordings. So the first video I recorded was technically 2.5 hours long, even though I was going to split it up into, like, 5 or 6 videos. But, it was badly corrupt, and, like, it literally exploded into a bunch of pieces when I tried to put it into my video editor, so that didn't work, obviously. So I had to re-record the first 4 episodes. The first 4 episodes that you watched were recorded on the Hauppauge, and I had to, you know, that was my second take. We're still on my second take, technically. This video here is going to be the last video that, has anything I did in my first run. Now, every recording for all 4 of the episodes that I recorded on the Hauppauge were also corrupt, to a degree. For those, I ended up finding a program, they weren't completely corrupt. It was kind of weird, but I was able to run them through a certain program to fix out, to kind of patch them up a bit. And that way I was able to actually run them in the editor. Put them into the editor and use them. But they still had their own little problem. They still had problems, and I guess I'll get to that later. I'll get to it now before we get to plot stuff. Also, I'm gonna switch party lineup here. No, actually, no, wait, no, I'm not, never mind. But, so here's the deal. Every one of them was corrupt, had to run them through a program to fix them up, and then, even then, though, it wasn't too bad in the first couple of videos for some reason, but in videos 3 and 4 it got really noticeable. You probably noticed it when you were watching. There were, like, dropped frames a lot. Basically, you would have noticed parts where the video just kind of froze for a second or two, and then it would, catch up to where it should have been. That was the problem that was going on, but there's more to it than that. That's after I fixed it in editing. You see, what was that? Basically, most of the, like, in the 3rd and 4th videos in particular, basically, like, almost every time, or at least a lot of the times, that the game went to a black screen, when it came back in, it would skip. The video recording skipped. And the audio that I had recorded, my commentary and the game sound, desynchronized from the video to the point where, like, for instance, you would hear my start walking around, and then you would actually see him start walking around a couple seconds after you heard it, that kind of thing. I had to resynchronize the audio with the video, to put it simply. I had to do that, and it was bad because of all the places of the black screens happened, and it didn't happen every time there was a black screen, which is the really weird thing. But it happened a lot. I counted on episode 3, and, like, I had to resynchronize the video in over 30 different places. So, like, on average, it was desynchronizing once every single minute of video or something like that. So it was pretty bad. And that's why I'm recording now with the PlayStation 1, and I'm recording with the Dazzle instead of the Hauppauge. It seems like, I guess, like, you know, the PS3 puts out a digital signal, but Thousand Arms was coded to be run through an analog signal, and maybe the PS3 doesn't really do enough to compensate for that. Like, maybe there's some stuff that's hard-coded into the game that's screwy, I don't know, but either way, recording this game with a Hauppauge HD PVR just does not work properly at all. So I'm recording with the Dazzle, and all is well now. The rest of that explanation being out of the way, we've caught up to Schmidt, so we need to have a talk.
So this is how the spirits see me. Evil energy. All I wanted was to make a powerful sword. Is this the reflection of my desire? Are you saying that my desire is the same as this raging wave of evil power? But a sword is a sword after all. It is meant to defeat your enemies. I want to focus my strength in one swing of my sword. Isn't this enough to make me worthy of the secret art?
seizes your true self, so be it.
So the Emperor is showing himself, kind of. It's a hologram. Or a spirit projection.
You are right about the sword being a weapon for battle. A cursed sword is fine. It is important that you control the spirit and the sword. You are a spirit blacksmith of darkness. I have seen your true soul. You are meant to serve me. You don't need the secret heart. Forge swords on your own. Come with me. You are one of us now.
Schmidt, don't go!
Who is this child? I see the spirit of light. This does not please me. Come, you who belong to the darkness.
Schmidt! Schmidt!
Blacksmith of light, we need you not. This is the only spirit blacksmith I need.
I guess that's that then. Schmidt's gone over to the darkness.
I need no spirit blacksmith other than Schmidt. Even if you survive, you will have no home to go back to.
Okay, that does not sound good. Oh, look. Mice, watch out! I am gonna blow this thing to crap up. It's not even that strong of an enemy. I don't think the Emperor has much faith in my abilities as a fighter. Let's see what a wind bottle can do, why don't we? And I'll defend. Ha! He missed. He's slow, too. $31 damage, not too bad. And he's dead. Well, we survived pretty easily. However, I did not like that line about not having a home to go back to. Schmidt. No place to go home to. I have a bad feeling about this. Mice, let's head home fast. I agree. Once again, the game is nice enough to put us right out at the entrance of the dungeon, thankfully. And now, we need to hurry back because that was rather ominous. I mean, technically Mice doesn't have a home to go back to already because, you know, his hometown was deserted, but I don't think that's what the Emperor meant. Let's see, though. We weren't gone long. But you hear that music. Mice! It's those things that attacked Fort Teve! Oh, crap. Yeah, those are the Dark Acolytes airships! The same ones that destroyed Kant! Poiseby? Jabal! I have to see if he's alright! This is not good. The town is on fire. There's no one around. Did everyone evacuate, or did anything happen to anyone? Right now, the most pressing concern, though, is to see what's going on with Jobble. I imagine he can take care of himself, but... What was that sound?
Jobble!
Sounds like there's a fight going on. Yep! Oh man, it's Shaft. Jeez, he's got some skills, teleporting around and everything. Jobble's holding his own pretty well.
Stay away, Sadina!
Let go of me! Jobble!
Mice, Sadina, watch and learn.
He can't stand that light, and that's not even the half of what Jobble is doing. Who would have thought, huh? Jobble had the power to use a summon attack. But he was already injured.
Jobble!
Master!
No! He's hurt badly! Hurry, somebody call a doctor!
Don't worry about me. Mice, I want you to have this.
What? But this is your hammer. I can't take it. I'm not ready for this yet. I have so much more to learn.
It's all right. Take it. I know you have potential. Mice, have faith in yourself. Forge your sword with your faith. The spirit will answer your desire. Mice, Sadina, go to the loosened cave. Find the sacred altar. There lies a sacred torch. The holy flame will guide you.
Master.
Jobble!
Sadina, take care of Mice. Mice, take care of Sadina. Believe in each other.
So Dina, we should go to the sacred altar. Jobble wanted us to go. To tell you the truth, I'm still confused. Jobble has willed his hammer to me. A lot has happened recently. Jobble has willed his hammer to me, and this was his life. There's got to be something at the sacred altar.
I know about the sacred altar. Jobble took me there when I was ill. He knew the holy flame could cure me. He was so good to me. Mice.
Let's go, Sodina. For Jobble.
Yes, let's go. The sacred altar is south of Boisby, in the loosened cave.
Here lies Jobble, the master blacksmith. This is the humble grave we made for Jobble. Jobble. Well, we've lost a good man, and Mice's mentor. Mice still had a lot to learn, but he'll have to learn it on his own now. Everyone was happy. We were enjoying our lives. But why? Why did this happen? But right now, we need to move on and go to where Jobble told us to go. We've heard of the Lucent Cave before, and it is indeed very important. So, next time, we'll be going to the Lucent Cave and seeing just what exactly the deal is with this holy flame that Jobble wanted us to see. Till then, take care, guys.